Season 3.
We can't just do the same thing like we did last time, can we? Oh, we didn't even practice that.
Well,
Brilliant.
Fantastic. Oh, how are we doing, boys? How we good?
Yeah, I'm honestly blown away by the amazing response to season 2.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sending your stories in.
Bueno. I'm muy bueno. Muy bueno.
So we have started the season
Bene.
properly with a pizza as well. So I mean, we are doing this properly.
I got buttery fingers.
Yeah, but you had that before. that's his nickname in the lay-bys.
Here comes Butterfingers.
Here comes Butterfingers.
Worst wrestler ever.
Yeah, good. Yeah, absolutely blown away by the reaction to season 2.
Yeah, it's been incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, seriously, a huge thank you to everyone who sent in stories and everyone who listened.
Muchos gracias.
Muchos gracias.
So we are international now as well. So I mean, this is
Yes, yeah, and not just because of our dodgy accents. People actually are listening from all over this sweet little planet. And you think it's sweet, but just hang about because we're going to tell you some stories today that might change your worldview.
amen.
Shall we do some stories?
Let's do some stories.
Let's get into it.
Hello and welcome to The Thread of Gentlemen.
A podcast where we take a kamikaze dive into the best.
And often worse tales the internet has to offer.
I'm Johnny.
I'm Ben.
I'm Charlie, and without any further ado,
I think we need to get this show started.
Okay, this one is called The Curse of the Poo Finger, sent in anonymously.
Poo finger.
Poo Finger.
Yeah, so we are doing a thing this season actually. They're like the best story of the episode. With that person's going to win a t-shirt
Oh,
that we are making just for you.
an exclusive Thread of Gentlemen t-shirt.
So I mean, you're welcome to put anonymous, but I'm going to wear that t-shirt.
So this is called The Curse of the Poo Finger.
Worst Goosebumps. Best Goosebumps episode ever.
The place I used to work was the fucking Wild West. Everybody was sniffing gear, playing pranks and fucking about. But as long as the work got done, the bosses didn't care. It was a great place to work whilst it lasted.
Happens.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like those jobs.
Yeah, it sounds fucking incredible. Love it. There used to be an overweight redhead contractor. Let's call him Bill.
His name was Bill.
Yeah.
No doubt. This is the thing with anonymous stories like that. It's like, I want to call this guy Gary. His name is fucking Gary.
People are not creative, man.
He was one of those scruffy cunts that lived on Strongbow and service station pasties.
I can't deal with that. Don't like Strongbow.
But he was a right laugh. I can smell this guy.
Yeah.
Just from that.
He's got that ethanol-y breath all the time.
Ethanol and poo is what I'm getting from that. He made a habit of getting his arse out every time he came into the office.
Why would you do that?
He'd be mooning through windows, bare ass farting in the fridge. Putting his arse in your face while you were on the phone, generally just being a menace. Yeah, I mean, I get it.
I've got another word for that.
Yeah.
Cunt.
Yeah, I get it, though. I get that. One of the warehouse guys, I'm calling him Shane for anonymity.
Oh,
No, his name was Shane.
Bill and Shane.
Bill and Shane.
Okay.
He'd had enough. This guy was a fucking wrong-un of his own league, but he'd seen Bill's fat ginger ass one too many times, and it had sent him over the edge. He said that if he ever saw his arsehole again, he'd stick his finger in it. Bill retaliated by dropping his kegs, turning round, pulling his arse cheeks apart like Ace Ventura and saying, "Shane!" An almighty chase ensued. Bill moving surprisingly quick for his size, and Shane driven by anger and a need to make good on his threat in front of his peers. The chase took place over 3 floors of the building, all whilst Bill was laughing so hard he couldn't see. This place sounds like a fucking great place to be, yeah.
It sounds basically like Laser Quest with drugs.
Eventually, Shane caught him and brought down the wild beast in the cafeteria. And so, at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, surrounded by a break room with his friends and colleagues, he entered him.
So we're witnessing a crime.
You're witnessing a
He
crime.
entered him.
He entered it.
Say it more pervy.
Oh, right up to the knuckle, Shane claims.
Fuck.
And that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Wiggly worm.
At the
That's
time,
big.
At the time, we thought this was hilarious. Although it is a bit weird looking back. Yeah,
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I don't think that would have taken me any time and not go,
If it's just a fingering.
not work right now. Okay.
Shane used to chase us about after this event with his hand curled up into a claw, calling it his poo finger, whilst Bill was laughing the entire time during this, let's call it what it is, an assault was going on.
See?
Yeah, I think it did have an effect on him because I never saw his freckled arse again. Well, thank you for sending that in.
Yeah, but like no one's winning out of that because one guy like has just got fingered in the arse, and
Yeah.
one guy's now got like had to finger someone's arse, and like now got poo in his finger. Like that's
Disappointed,
not.
man. I said the curse of the poo finger. I was hoping that there'd be like, and then one day. It's just
His hand fell off.
Yeah, it's just like,
A kernel of sweet corn under the
Everyone's-
nail grew into a whole cob.
yeah.
I thought that was really good.
Great start to season 3.
I got one by Jay.
By Joe.
By Jay. It's called My Brother.
Thank you very much for sending this one in, Jay. If you guys have your own stories you want to send in, please send them in to stories@thethreadgentleman.com. Follow us on all your favourite social media. Like and subscribe, all of that kind of garbage.
Shameless.
Like a
Absolutely
fucking
shameless.
pros.
Yeah, isn't it? Isn't it? I've been practicing
Plugged
that.
within a plug.
Yeah.
Talking of plug. So this one's called My Brother, My Brother. It's actually just called My Brother.
Maybe they do that accent. That's a
Fair
dangerous accent to do.
Fellas, this one's from Jay. And it's called My Brother. And that's all.
That's all it's called.
And this is how it goes.
Go on.
My brother is a fucking odd one.
Yeah, good start, yeah.
And a t-shirt. I'm not sure if something happened to him in the womb, but he came out weird and continued this trend. Mate, you're treading on thin fucking ice.
We're going all in this season. We don't give a fuck anymore.
Oh, the t-shirt back. Okay. I think by the end of this story, we'll see whether it's appropriate or not. I have numerous stories about him, too many to mention, so here's my top 10.
Top 10. Okay, I like
Oh, this seems like a medical problem. Okay. We went to Brighton, and my brother got a slush puppy drink. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
have a slush
that's that.
puppy.
You don't see a lot of those anymore.
it. No.
I want a slush puppy. We saw a rubbish band in a pub, and rather than just ignore them or boo, my brother did a shit in the slush puppy, stuck the spoon in it, and put it on top of the guitar amp.
What a review.
I think your brother is Forrest Gump. Okay, so I'm assuming this is story number 2
Do it.
of 10. He once passed his newborn baby to a friend and then punched them square in the nuts as they couldn't defend.
Here, hold my baby. Hadouken.
I feel like he didn't think that one through.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
I actually genuinely think your brother has problems.
Yes, yeah.
Major problems. He rubbed ghost chilies on the handles of all the doors at a party. He brought these chilies to the party with him with the intention of doing this.
This guy's too
So
much
that's
time.
just a sinister fucking story. I was
Yeah,
hoping,
yeah.
when somebody, stuck their finger in the eye or something. He was once wasted at a posh hotel. How did he get into the posh hotel? He's already just given me enough reason that we shouldn't let him out of the house.
Yeah.
He managed to get behind the bar after it closed and pissed in the orange juice. Then watched everyone drink it for breakfast the next day.
Oh,
So
wow.
you're
Oh.
evil. Like that is the act of a psychopath, and there's no way around it.
Yeah, that's not okay.
He put hair removal cream in my hair gel.
Yeah, solid prank. Yeah.
No, you had a brother? He once did a fart so unbelievably vile, it gave his colleague a panic attack.
Gave his colleague a what?
A panic attack! Everyone had to stop work for 10 minutes while the poor fucker sat on the floor having a terrible time. That's on you, my friend, for having a weak
that's-
stomach.
Yeah, I mean, a fart's a fart. That's an outrageous
I was about
overreaction.
to challenge the fates and be like, there's no fart that could bring me down. Yeah, there is. When we went travelling, he cut a hole in all of my pants on the first day. Good man.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah.
What happens in Thailand stays in Thailand.
Just quick access, man.
Actually, yeah. So, front or back?
He's helping.
Or is it like underneath? Bananaed.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, good for you. Doesn't really matter. Cut a hole in all your fucking pants. Useless either way.
Made a skirt.
Yeah, you now have chaps. And that's all you have. he stayed at mine one night. Probably a mistake after the first fucking 7 stories.
Never let this guy in your house.
Oh, this is on you now, right?
And a few days later, he sent me a video. Oh, fucking... This scares me. I don't know what's going to happen next, but the idea that it's just like stayed over and you're like, everything went relatively well. And then, bing, fucking video comes through. Sent me a video he'd taken during his... during this time, him rubbing his balls over everything in my bathroom.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Let me guess, you have a rash now. As does your partner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why did you let this guy in your house?
There's two things there: the video one and the pissing and the orange juice. It's like it's funny. Sticking around to watch it is what makes you Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the same with the video. That it's just like, yeah, we had a lovely evening. Might want to check your phone. Yeah. There. But how do I know that he was just like standing over his shoulder as it came through? Yeah. With his hands like holding his chode and balls out. Boop, 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 boop. He once did a load of cat at a festival and we lost him instantly. That's anyone who's ever taken cat, right?
Yeah.
They're going on a journey physically and metaphorically.
Yeah, they're gone.
We found, usually you just find them in a camp chair with their head between their legs.
Yeah, having a terrible time.
Yeah, they're having the worst fucking time. Later we found him sat talking to a tent.
We've all seen those people at festivals.
He'd been there for 40 minutes. He also once did a couple of fat slugs of coke in front of me and went for a brisk walk around the block. This is all, like, all of the others have been separate. This drug one is just one thick thing.
What a long trip.
I had to help him sit down as he didn't think he was capable of doing it anymore. I like the fact because this guy is like one of these people that's like a thought comes into his head and just goes.
Yeah.
He's just like
a free spirit, pissing the orange juice.
Goes into the cupboard, takes out the coke, goes, and leaves.
Skipping.
My favourite memory is the following. Semicolon.
The favourite.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
But favourite by the standards of it was awful, or like nothing happened to you? Let's see. When we were teenagers, happened to him, and still living with my parents, my brother used to have his girlfriend over to stay a lot. That poor fucking chick.
Yeah.
Poor fucking woman. She has been changed.
I'm sorry for you.
Like, he's the kind of guy that runs pranks when no one's looking. Like, it's not for an audience.
Yeah. This is the guy. This guy, right, is living in his own world.
Yeah, he's in Dirty Sanchez.
He is, exactly that, and he's doing it.
And do you know what? I'm here for it. It's free spirit, wild card. Love it.
No, I'm here for it on the other side of the perspex.
Yeah, we're safe on the podcast.
If only you could.
One night they'd been out, and he came back shit-faced. I mean,
Yeah.
it's this guy. She had to help him up the stairs whilst my parents looked on with shame.
I mean, we've all been there, though.
But shall we page to it?
All right.
Absolutely not.
I was awoken around 4 a.m. with shouting and crying on the spot. It turned out that my brother had gotten up for a piss that night. Still no idea where he was. Had staggered onto the landing and then started pissing in the laundry basket. Girlfriend had discovered him and tried to get him to stop. He got angry. I was like, when he got angry, I was like, please don't say hit her. Like that was just got angry that she would wake everybody up and started arching yellow streams of piss down the stairs and up the walls. What? What fucking protest?
So his girlfriend's come out to try and sort him out.
Yeah, she's like, fucking stop. And he's like,
And he's just throwing piss everywhere.
stop pissing, never! My parents came out to see what the commotion was, obviously.
Yeah.
And understandably hit the fucking roof.
Yep.
My brother, the gentleman, then blamed all of the piss on his girlfriend despite being caught in the act. How do you... Okay, yeah. Oh, it's she's fucking doing it.
Listen, if Donald Trump could try and get away with that, do you know what I mean?
She got dressed, left, and they broke up shortly after.
Yeah, I'm not shocked by that.
About right.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that guy, but I kind of respect the free spirit attitude that he has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the cylinders are firing on their own accord, and
but they're firing, you know.
they're firing, exactly.
I like the idea of reading about him. I don't really want to know him.
No, I don't want to know him. I also hope that I don't have him as a kid.
Yeah. or within 30 feet of me at any time.
Can I get a restraining on someone I've never met?
So he's like a funny psychopath.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. I mean, he's poisoning.
It's funny until you're drinking like orange juice and piss.
Shitting in a cup.
It's still kind of funny.
Shitting in the cup, I can
That's
get
quite funny
involved
because the
with.
poo would just sit on top of the slushy ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, just with a fucking spoon in it.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's going to also be like, oh, it's like a new type of chocolate float.
Pudding.
Yeah, but like, amps get hot, so that's going to, that's going to.
Do you know what's funny?
Waft.
Very, very few cum stories. In fact, no cum stories.
No cum stories.
I mean, I was going to say very few penis stories, but pissing involves genitalia. But like, there's no sexual act.
That's only
I'm
a top
fine
10
with
though.
this.
No.
Yeah, don't complain.
Well, when in Rome,
Yeah.
in for a penny, in for a squishy pound.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Jay, thank you
we
so
go.
much
Yeah,
for
thank you,
sending
Jay.
that in.
Thanks very much for sending that one in, Jay.
Top 10 from Jay.
Maybe leave your brother out of the Christmas.
Yeah.
So next we've got one that was sent in by Steve. Thank you very much for sending this one to Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
This one is titled "I Fight the Kids."
I bet you fucking do.
Please tell me he's a wrestler.
Is season 3 just going to be a setup of fucking crimes? Are we going to get a call from, like, district police?
Yeah, we didn't do these things. We're just
this is
reacting to them.
Yeah.
All for the craft.
I mean, some of them we did do.
That's right.
Okay, so this story pertains to a gentleman I came into contact with at the gym I used to work at.
Okay.
I was a personal training, early doors. I finished a session with a client at 7:30 in the morning. Early.
Yeah, very
Too early
early
for
to
work.
be running about and doing.
Wait, what time?
7:30. So yeah, just finished with a client at 7:30 in the morning. The lovely receptionist at work came up to say to me there was a very odd chap in an anorak drifting around the gym.
Oh, murderer.
It wasn't that dude's brother, was
Drifting
it?
around the gym. Yeah. Wait, like, anorak drifting. It's already just a
Yeah.
bad setup.
This wasn't uncommon. Normally loads of people wandering around the gym not having a fucking clue what they're doing.
Right.
They think they're just being there burns calories.
But do all of them look like they're out of fucking I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Potentially.
Right, okay.
I mean, this is 7:30 in the morning as well. So.
Yeah, it's true.
But the
Do you
thing
know
is,
what I mean?
I've been that guy who goes to the gym. I'll do like 15 minutes on the treadmill, and then I'm like, God, I think I'm going to call it today.
Fuck it, you got
Done.
15 minutes. I'm like 5 minutes into the Stepmaster, and I'm like,
I mean, you guys go to the gym, man.
Not for a while.
yeah, just vomit at the thought of it. You're like, should we go and hit up the...
I pay for the gym, so I don't have to go to the gym.
Yeah. You've done the first step.
So I went to go check him out.
Right.
When I first saw him, he was wandering around the free weight section, hands in the air and jeering like he was celebrating someone scoring a goal.
That's a murderer you've got there.
The anorak guy clocked me immediately and started to walk away. I approached him. Hey, buddy, you okay? I don't know where that
he's
accent
not
came
okay.
Knife through the jaw.
from. He was basically in a shabby green anorak, almost homeless looking. Yeah, I'm all good. Just waiting for the jiu-jitsu to start. I said we don't do jiu-jitsu. Then it hit me. The smell.
Oh, no.
I'd never smelled anything so acrid in my entire life. A combination of old booze and the worst guttural, feral diarrhea. I visibly and audibly gagged at the stench of this man. So I took a backward step. Firstly, this guy can't be in here as I think he shit himself. Secondly, he's a danger to himself and everyone else in the gym.
Agreed.
Then he starts harping on about how we do jiu-jitsu at the gym. I assure him we don't. And he keeps saying, yes, you do. Let me show you.
Oh, no.
He starts walking to the entrance of the gym. I'm hoping he just walks out, but he doesn't. But he keeps telling me as we're walking to the entrance. Then he picks up a leaflet on the table and says, look here, jiu-jitsu. The leaflet was for an after-school activity for kids at a local school. He then turns around to me and says, that's where I do my jiu-jitsu. I fight the kids.
They found him, right? He was locked up, yeah.
Like,
They caught this guy.
right, he's tagged, right? We know where he is.
See?
So
They've been beating up children at a different location. You're like, what the fuck is going on with
I
you,
fight
shitpants?
the kids. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I fight the kids. It's
So I'm looking at him, then I look over to the receptionist. Clearly this guy's not well, yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to not put my hands over my mouth as he starts walking towards me. He starts walking past me, trying to get back into the gym. He looks me dead in the eye and says, get the fuck out of my way. this guy's got problems.
Yeah.
He barges past me, almost covering me in the acrid stench.
I was going to say, one way to win any physical altercation is to just physically reek.
Yeah, just
That
smell really
person's
bad.
like, you can go by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you go.
The duty manager then went searching for the guy and we couldn't find him anywhere. Eventually, a couple of members said he was trying to undress in the changing room, but they couldn't stand the stench, so I had to call the police and get him dragged out of the building.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's some rough shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. So he's probably still out there.
There's multiple levels.
There's lots of smelly people out there.
There's a lot of smelly people out there.
There is.
Man, I really hope he's not fighting the kids, but given that story, I can't guarantee that he's not. This one is called Pillboy Makes It Rain. I've got high hopes for this.
Pillboy.
Pillboy. This was sent in by Alan. Thank you, Alan.
Hey, Alan.
Cheers, Alan.
Alan.
Me and my mates were fucking animals when we were younger.
And that's where we finish.
One night, we went out to this club. It had an inside bit where the bar and music was, and an outside bit with a balcony for smoking. Me and my mate are pilled off our nuts and cracking on with these two birds.
Nice.
I take two birds to the bar to get some more drinks for us all, and I leave my mate throwing shapes on the dance floor like some kind of ecstasy-powered monster.
Now, this guy's
man.
grammar.
Yeah.
Birds.
Yeah,
Throwing shapes.
yeah. Like you can age it, can't you?
Yeah.
I can tell you what he's fucking wearing as well.
Yeah, I'm guessing he has an affinity for techno.
Yeah. that Adidas tracksuit top is zipped up all the way to the chin.
Right, so he's gone off to the bar with some girls to get a drink, and he's left his drugged up mate dancing.
Danny
Dangerous.
Dyer.
This is where our night splits. Staying with the pill monster, he's having the time of his life, feeling the tunes and absolutely loving it. In all the exhilaration, he tried to sneak out a fart and follows through. Welcome back to the Thread of Gentlemen.
Hey, season 3.
Just drifting away there, and then there's a gust of wind that filled the sails and it brought it back to shore.
Familiar top.
Yeah.
Right, so he tried to sneak out a fart and he shit himself. He's not sure if it's the pills or booze, but either way, liquid shit is in his pants, halting his fun.
Yeah, at that point, the cause of it, not a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can move beyond that because you're far beyond being able to remedy that.
He's
Yeah.
in FEMA, he's damage control at this point.
Just embrace the the full underwear and
You need an upside down hoodie, Sarah. That's what you need.
He works his way through the crowd, waddles up the metal stairs, all the way to the toilets, which for some reason are at the top of the building, to sort himself out.
You know when somebody shit themselves as well.
Yeah, there's a walk.
There was that, but there was also somebody on one of my trains
the
recently
smell
that
is-
somebody walked past me, and it was fecal.
really.
It's not a fart, man. It's not a fart.
yeah.
It's I don't know. It's
There's
just,
bassy tones to it.
it's just like the smell is coming from something, not from someone. That's the point. It just is unreal. Can you imagine that crowd that they're just? But the thing is, by the time the culprit is past, they're gone.
Yeah.
It's like the Brown Pimpernel.
But they're waddling upstairs. You get it.
You do that though. You look around. You're like, "Where's the penguin?"
Wait, was this on the train, just say?
Yeah.
Someone shit themselves on the train.
Well,
Unlucky.
it smelled.
Yeah.
It smelled real fucking bad. I'm on the dance floor and I've just shit my pants in front of me bed.
So he works his way through the crowd, waddles up the metal stairs all the way to the toilets at the top of the building to sort himself out.
Yes, sir.
His trousers are fine, but he needs to ditch the shitty boxers. He starts looking around for options.
Now, we've been in this situation before, and usually the people who send in these stories, the person that they're talking about makes the wrong decision.
The wrong decision, yeah. Now this is where the story splits. He says, "Back to me." I like this. We've got two stories going on at the same time here.
Yeah, this is like Ocean's 11.
Yeah. Whilst all this is happening, me and the birds work our way through the club and finally get to the bar.
Birds.
But the queue is fucking massive, so we buoy it off to go have a smoke outside on the balcony.
Nice.
sir.
Get on board
Thinking
with that.
we'll grab the drinks on the way back and get them back to Pillboy after we've had a smoke. Pillboy, love it. These girls are absolute stunners, and I'm giving them all the chirp to try and seal the deal for me and my mate. And
He's
it's
not
going
in a good
great.
position.
Apparently it's going well.
Yeah, for you, but for fucking pooey McShit pants.
All the chirp.
Yeah, I love that. I'm giving
Jesus.
them all the chirp to try and seal the deal.
Oh.
And it's going great. That is until a shitty heap of boxes come screaming past my head and splatting to the floor right next to us.
Right on. What made that a viable option?
I love that. The two stories linked again.
Oh, it's perfect. It's like George Lucas wrote this.
Yeah. Oh, man. So a shitty heap of boxes.
Why?
Well,
You got away with it.
I mean, I would do that.
Oh my God, if any story ever came from Cheltenham.
Sorry, Cheltenham.
He's not wrong, though.
It took a couple of seconds for us to realise what they were and how close I came to being covered in shit.
Could you imagine?
Oh, man. The girls both screamed, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
It was rotten. What kind of reprobate would chuck shitty pants out of a bathroom window onto the balcony below? Anyhow, at some point in the night, I lost both the girls and eventually found Pillboy. I was telling him about what happened, and like two shitty jigsaw pieces, our stories aligned. Alan, thank you for that.
Thank you, Alan.
I will say this much, he did get away with it. Because that was an anonymous blitzkrieg of shit.
It was a blitzkrieg of shit. Oh, fantastic. Why chuck them out the window?
I don't know, but then we wouldn't have a podcast if he didn't.
Yeah.
So we got some news.
News.
Newsy
Been happening in
news.
the ether.
In the news.
Shall I have a little go with the man caught trying to have sex with a traffic cone said, "My trousers fell down."
Tell me all about
That
Then the
sounds like bullshit.
it. Yeah, I think that is a lie.
They start on a fucking... See, anybody out there who wants anonymous names, this is how you do it. Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
Mr. Smith from 62 Dickhead Avenue.
Brother of Mr. John
Redacted.
Mr. Smith, who has 2 previous convictions for public sex acts. Okay.
Third time's a charm.
Okay. Okay, now it just annoys me, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it is, Mr. Smith.
Admitted outraging public decency during a drunken incident at Wigan North Western Station.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wigan.
sounds about right.
So it's Monday morning.
Sorry, Wigan.
Not sorry, Wigan. You fucking suck. Everyone in Wigan hates me.
Yeah.
Man trying to have sex with a traffic cone said, "My trousers fell down." My trousers fell down because he's from Wigan. King of the North. Oh no, this actually seems like his name, Trevor Smith.
Oh, shit.
Trevor, that's a northern name I've ever heard one. Yeah.
How do you fuck a traffic cone?
You just put it inside yourself.
No.
Oh, you think it was...
No, because that's the traffic cone fucking him. I think he fucked the traffic cone. No, they got the hole in the top. By the way, girthy prick.
Yeah, but that's not. It's like if I just whip my dick out and I'm fucking the air. Like, it's
Yes, that's
not-
literally, I could fuck this sofa if I wanted.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
don't.
Like, it's-
So Trevor Smith, who has 2 previous convictions for public sex acts, admitted outraging public decency during the drunken incident in Wigan North Station, as we know. Bolton Crown Court heard that when he was questioned by officers, he told them his trousers had fallen down. That's not what sex is.
Yeah, that's not what you're being questioned for.
yeah,
really.
that's.
Charlie, please save this.
So this one is from Lad Bible. Thank you, Lad Bible, a
Go on, Lad
fantastic
Bible.
source of garbage. This one is called this is best nicknames on Lad Bible. So it's going to be
I'm
good.
down with this.
Nicknames, okay.
Ollie says, "My dad has a mate who's got half an ear missing, and his nickname is 18 months because he's only got an ear and a half."
That's a dad, not a joke.
Yeah.
like
Not a
that.
dad.
I enjoyed it.
So this one's from Paddy. We used to call my mate Dirty Mouth because when he gave a girl a rim job, she shit herself.
Yeah.
Dan says there's a guy at work that has one leg shorter than the other, which causes his head to bob side to side. They call him a sniper's nightmare.
Yeah, I've heard that one before, but it's a good one.
Mr. M says had a mate called Burgers because he had very dark nipples.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, this is what people out there don't get. So that is the definition of guy humour. If there's something up with you, your mate's going to let you know.
Imagine if that's his most defining feature. This is a fully formed person with hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
He's got dark nipples.
Yeah, that's the kind of guy as well. You always feel really sorry for on nights out where, like, that. It's that one night they actually are talking to a girl and everyone's like, "Yeah, Burgers." And they're like, "Why'd you call them that?" And it's like, no reason.
Yeah, no reason.
No.
Well, no, I know a guy that's called Pencil Phil. And it was his friends that kind of came up with a nickname.
Right.
And the rumour was that apparently he put like a pencil in a chat. None of it was true, but his friend came up with it.
I see.
Now he's just called Pencil Phil.
Thank fuck.
Pencil Phil, yeah. Because Pencil Phil got problems.
Yeah.
But yeah, in school, that's not helpful.
No.
That's a prison name
That's
as well.
not-
if you're
yeah.
in prison for putting pencils in
I mean, it's
people, that's
quite a cool
prison
nickname if it wasn't for like,
You're one of the Suicide Squad.
yeah.
See, I think that might be an urban myth or something, because there was a guy. I remember when I was at school, there was apparently a boy in another school called Pencil Paul because he had a really thin cock.
Yeah.
It's always like, oh yeah, I know this guy in another school. It's like, no, this is all bollocks. Absolute bollocks.
I mean, this guy was in another school, so.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Pencil Phil's fucking acronym is PP.
What if it's real and it's the same dude? And he's just like, oh, thank God,
yeah,
everyone stop calling me Pencil Paul. It's like,
Yeah.
Pencil Phil, fuck!
That is when, like, as soon as you turn 18, you go to a gap year in Australia and just never come back. You've just reinvented yourself as someone else. And
What's your name? Mark.
Big Mark?
It's fucking Penny Percy.
Mental Mark.
So Ant says, I met a guy working in Scotland and his nickname was Bambi. Now, we all thought it's because he had slipped on some ice or something. Turns out his mum got shot when he was a kid. Season 3.
Bambi, I'm with you, pal. You need to pick a better friends. Your support network is fucked up, man.
Oh, that's got me, that
That's awful.
Oh my God. I don't even want to, like, what's the scenario when you're talking to your friends and you're like, yeah, this I should probably come clean with you guys. Like, there's something that's been fucking me up for so many years. And, I've known you guys for a while now. I've known you guys for like 6 months. I'm new to this school, but I should probably let you know that, my mum is no longer with us. She got shot. There's just a moment of silence and one goes, Bambi.
But we all know that's exactly how it went down.
Oh, God, that...
Jesus Christ.
That took me by surprise.
Just like the ice that Bambi was treading on, real thin.
We had a belter one at our school. Guy called Hugh, who had a massive head, nicknamed Ched. Hugh Ched.
I like that because it's innocent.
It is. Yeah. It's like, that is the cleanest so far of all of them.
Lasso worked with once fell asleep at her desk. Been called Snooze and Boyle ever since. I like that. That's quite good.
That's some basic shit.
Fella my mate used to work with was called Keith, and he had a missing eye. They called him Keth.
Oh, yeah.
That's terrible.
I'm here for it.
A guy in my school had 3 fingers, so we called him 7-Up.
Kids are fucking brutal, man, aren't they?
Yeah. You want some
Bambi.
decent shit. You want some good quality shit.
Oh,
School.
Jesus.
Yeah.
A boy in my work got called Domino because his wife left him for a pizza delivery boy.
That's better. That's like dark, but I can get over it.
Yeah.
Guy I knew was called Bobby Two Dogs. One of his dogs died, so they got called Bobby One Dog. The other dog died, so now it's called Bobby Douglas.
Bobby Douglas.
It's so unnecessary. Like, it's not even like clever, which makes it worse. It's just you hang out with a cunt.
Yeah.
A guy I used to work with had really bad skin, which was all red and flared up. He was known as Dog's Dick. This is
Fucking hell. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let's run some Griegs. If your nickname's Griegs,
You're in trouble.
you're in trouble. A guy with no arms called Shitey Bum.
Wow, they took a journey to get there.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Shitey bum. But I mean, how do you wipe if you've got no arms? Carefully.
Ask nicely.
Got a favourite tree in his garden.
How do you wipe if you don't have arms? You get help. One of my managers was called Uzi. I thought it was because he was a rapid like the gun, but then it was because he had a funny eye and you never know if he was looking at you. Hence Uzi looking at.
Hey.
There's such a plethora in there because there's some really clever, some just fucking super dark, and others where you're just like,
Fucking Bambi.
go and get a job.
Yeah. Fucking Bambi.
Oh, God.
Bambi's, I think that's got to be the winner.
Yeah.
You've got some fucking creative and evil friends.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Wow.
That might be one of my favourite things from season 3. It's a low bar at this point, but it's there.
It's about as low as we've gone.
Okay, so guys, round up from today. What have we had? We've had
A smelly guy in the gym
Who Fights Kids.
who fights kids.
Yeah, the brown bandit.
Yeah, we've had Pill Boy chucking pooey pants out the window.
Hellboy
Pants out
and the
the
brown
window.
blitzkrieg. Yeah.
The Brown Blitzkrieg, that's right.
Well, Phantom Finger.
Oh, and my brother.
Yeah, my
with the
brother.
top 10 list.
Brother.
I gotta say, top 10 list of brother debacle is probably what took it for me because it was innocent, mostly.
I like Pill Boy chucking pooey pants out of a window.
Whereas I like orange juice with piss in it.
Yeah, so you're the deciding vote. Who gets the t-shirt?
Oh, well, I quite like I Fight Kids. So, to the audience out
I
there,
think we leave it to the audience.
You tell us what your favourite story is of that episode. Comment on our Instagram or Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you want. It will all count.
We literally fucked up our own t-shirt competition in the first episode.
And we will send out the winner a t-shirt. So get voting.
Oh, right, guys. Thank you
Wunderbar.
so much for listening to the first episode of season 3.
Muchos gracias.
Say the accents are changing.
A little bit.
Any stories you have, please send them in to stories@thethreadedgentleman.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube and Instagram and social media of all of the sorts.
All the good places.
Double tap.
Guys, we will speak to you next week. All the best.
Ciao, ciao.